So here you will see behind the panel screen, which is the case itself. MPEG 1, MPEG 2. This one is fully wired in. Got the card DIN, standard DIN shaped thing mounted into the case. Then just wired into the 12-volt power supply here. We've also got an Ethernet plugged into the back of the MPEGs, of course. These ones here just run on cheap cabling system, but what you're going to do? I've got my fanless PSU, which is dead silent. It's great. Behind the panels we've got the hard drives. 3 of those puppies right at the moment. Yeah, space, man, I tell you, like, I remember 40 megabyte hard drive on Gaz's 386. Probably the first hard drive I really got to play with, I guess is the right word to describe. 40 megabytes, and it was heaps. Right here we've got 200 gigabyte, 160, and then a 120 at the back. So we're half a terabyte kind of area. So here's my custom designed, pull this out in stages, cooling system. As I said, I've stripped the fan out of here, but what we've got here is a Zellman flower on the actual CPU itself. Pretty hard to see, unfortunately, because it's got a shroud sucking air off it and blowing it straight out the back of the case here. You can see we've got the fan sitting there. I've taken all the metal out to stop any whistling and sort of free restriction, because that fan's running on a tiny little speed regulator here. There's a tiny little knob here which you can use to get just fast enough to be cool and not crashed. Well, it's, it runs, you know, if you have the heatsink slightly warmer, it's more efficient with the small amount of air passing over it. So, you know, you've got to have just enough fan to get it at the right temperature for what I want. You know, sort of 50 degrees. It's okay. So these two fans here are both running in series together with a step down type resistor in line. Unfortunately I can hear a bit of whistling right at the moment, but I think it's the camera itself. Damn thing's always been a bit gamey, probably needs a grease. Yeah, right, let me just pull these things out. So you'll notice there's 3 fans in this case, none of the power supplies. One for the CPU, and then one for the hard drives, one for the video card and chipset combo, with some custom foam fabrication work here. So we've got a fan here, low speed fan, plastic shroud which redirects the air down low here. I'll see if I turn that this way, so that it sits the right height to be blowing air straight onto the passive heatsink on the graphics card. That right there. So you can see this sits about an inch higher inside the case, and it's directing air straight onto the passive cooler. There's also, because it's only using half the air, this is about from the centre line, the top half here is blowing air straight above here onto chipsets, and I guess the on-flow from that air is going to get sucked in to the CPU cooler and out the case.